Hideous is little dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And they continue with Strangeland blind. Let's try jumping into the pit.
Here goes nothing. You?
Yes, me. Now listen. In the world of entomology, an imago is an insect in its final mature state, typically winged. In the world of psychotherapy, however, an imago is an idealized mental image of another person, wielding great power over the psyche. Power to unify the fragmented body, Lacan writes. In Latin, of course, the word means image, or echo, or phantom.
What are you talking about?
Whichever it was that you sought in the pit, the last stage of growth, the idealized person of another, or a ghost in the dark, I advise you to look up, not down in your search. You can fall to your end, but not to a proper ending.
Wait. What does it all mean?
Brother, we cicadas crawl through the dark earth for 6,000 days, just to fly for a few brief weeks of light and love. You ask me what it means. I tell you, do not waste your wings, and do not spurn the mana you are given.
The cicada spit up some kind of gooey pulp. I can't just pick it up with my hands.
Maybe I can...
Maybe there's some better use for that poison.
Maybe I can gather it into here.
I guess that cicada threw up some of the roots it was chewing on.
Is it acidic? Can I use it to melt the webs, for example?
That's not going to work. It seems to be ignoring me. Goodbye.
Try talking to 8-3. See who answers.
I did try, and there was no one there.
Is anyone there? 8-3?
Atri, that is my name. Why have you called me?
You said your name was Atri, but in another place. I think I knew you as 8-3.
Atri died, so that 8-3 might live. So, there he was, and here I am.
So you two are the same person?
How many lives, how many selves have you scattered across this place and the other one? You should know by now that every man contains a multitude, and life is a process of elimination.
So Atri was eliminated?
In time, a man's name becomes the sum of his shames. It turns poisonous. It shrinks him and sickens him until he thinks the whole world is made of poison. And then he thinks, better to come of age again, to be a number, the sum of primes, highly cototient. Yes, there's safety in numbers. And so poisonous Atri is left behind. and industrious 8-3 soldiers on.
You were one of the ones who did whatever it was you did to Nineveh, aren't you?
And you're one of the ones who blames the doctor for the sickness he couldn't stop. So here in your head, you've painted me a poisoner, and a freak, and a dwarf, and a number. So, which of us makes monsters?
What the hell do you mean, I make monsters?
I am but a walking shadow. This is your game to play. You picked the pieces, laid the board, and made the rules.
What did you mean when you said, here in my head?
You walked through your mouth to get here. Where else did you think we were?
I thought we were in Deadland.
Where could the land of the dead be, other than our memories?
In another place, you, or 8-3, made things for me. Can you do that for me here?
With what? I have nothing but my own burning shame. And even here, no work is done without an order.
Goodbye.
A funny phrase, you know. Once, it meant God be with you. Does that really seem a fitting farewell in this pit?
I never thought about it. Did it? Did it evolve from that? I never really gave it much thought.
It is an order, but how can I obey with no tool or material?
You can't make anything but dust from a rock.
It is a tool, not raw material.
Will this do?
Okay, so we can use it as a hammer, but it still needs something.
Can't make anything but dust from a rock.
I wonder if I can feed the dog creature the regurgitant.
That's not going to work.
Well, the answer is no. However, I guess I can drink it myself and maybe regurgitate something useful.
Nope. I saw where that came from.
Well, apparently not quite.
The next step is so obvious that even you can figure it out on your own.
Can I though? Can I really? Like, I feel like the game is starting to mock me, and it should. Like, I have been using that option a lot.
I've had enough of their mockery. Pen and paper are enough for me. I might need it. It doesn't look interested. The bottle's already full. I might need it. Tell. It seems to be ignoring me. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. Hello? Is there anyone out there? Nothing. Maybe a proper ending would be better. Maybe a proper ending would be better.
Put it on the nodule.
Really? What does it have to do with anything?
Can you work with that?
Oh, yes. Only black bile defies my craft. This is what's left from intellect gnawing at the roots of wisdom. From it would come something incisive. You need only give your order. There is tooth, fit for one who would bite deeply.
Okay, now I can cut the cobwebs.
You always come back to the knife. But has it ever helped you? Were you ever able to cut loose from misery? To strike a blow against your demons? Never. Dull, dull, dull.
It looks a little like me. Or maybe I should say it looks like a little me. A lot like a little me. There's so many of them. There's so many of them. It's me? Doesn't feel like there are any coins in this one.
Maybe I can feed it to myself. Which is a bit gruesome, but, you know.
He's too fast.
No, wait, that was a mistake. Can I get another one? Because I should have poisoned it, right? That's what I should have done.
Huh. Another homunculus.
Okay.
I feel like a waiter.
You.
Here we go again. Smells vile. He definitely didn't look happy. The sign reads, "The sleep of reason produces monsters."
That might be a reference to a painting? Because I seem to remember there is a painting or something, like I seem to remember the phrase, "When the mind sleeps, monsters awake," or something like that. Something along those lines. But I don't exactly remember, to be honest.
There's a note stuck inside. The world is a masquerade. Faces, costumes, voices, all pretend. We all wish to appear as we are not. We deceive ourselves, and in the end, we do not even recognize ourselves. Hey, you!
Or is it, hey me?
Neither. We're all fakes. They look like me. Who are you?
Just think of us as fragments. Masqueraders.
Fakes. Masqueraders? You don't even have masks.
If your friend the cicada were here, do you know what he'd say?
Mask. From the Latin, masca.
A cover for the face. A specter.
A nightmare.
And we all have nightmares here, don't we?
Onkos was the Greek word. It meant the mask worn by an actor in a tragedy.
It also meant a weight or a burden.
The mass of misery that hangs on the head of one who suffers.
And we all have burdens here, don't we?
Onkos. So would that have something to do with oncology? Like, is the sort of etymology of the word for the branch of medicine dealing with cancer, does it come from the word burden? Like, that would be very interesting, and kind of like, well, I hesitate to use the word cool. Cancer is not very cool, but that would be definitely interesting. I would be sort of entertained by the knowledge of that. So, and that would again sort of link with the theory that the protagonist's lover had cancer and something bad happened. Like maybe she killed herself, or maybe he killed her. Those are two options I'm sort of entertaining at the moment.
Can you take off the mask? Set down the burden. Wake up from the nightmare.
That's what you've been doing.
Your mind is a matryoshka.
But be careful. What's underneath could be worse.
Where are we? The carnival? My head? Why not both?
A Coney Island of the mind.
Can you help me find her? The woman. I know you know who she is.
Sure thing.
Walk up the tracks. Do it yourself.
That's the whole problem.
It's not a pilgrim's progress when you hitch a ride.
But you've still gotta get past us.
Get past you?
Sure thing.
Just need to look us in the face.
And say please.
Worse? Sure, we put on masks for a reason, don't we?
Maybe under all those layers of overcoats, there's only a dead rat.
And what if there's nothing beneath? Please?
Sure thing. Just tell me this. Do you remember what you called me? The man you were?
I was a fool.
I called you a fool.
Why?
Because we had no idea how good we had it.
And how about me? The man before you? What did you call me? Do you remember?
It was a hangman?
I called you a hanged man.
Why?
Because we just hung there, waiting, helpless. Well then, now it's my turn. The you who is to come. What did you say I was? Remember?
The hermit?
I called you a hermit. You gonna tell me why? You really need to ask? Because she's gone.
Well, that's that. Except that you'll have to look at yourself again up there. Only it'll be worse.
Up where?
You'll see.
The tracks seem to be leading up.
Well, let's go.
Hopefully that hike won't repeat itself. I think I'd rather hit the tree again. I'm sick of looking at myself. It's broken. I'm sick of looking at myself. I'm sick of being watched too. Looks like some kind of force field. I wish I could tear it out.
Presume it's going to kill me.
Ah, that hurt.
Well, not outright. At the very least.
No going back. It's not like my luck can get any worse. Only 2 rocks left. Just enough for what needs to be done. Here we go again. Well, last one. Huh. For once I did something right. Looks like some kind of force field. I'm sick of being watched too.
I'm out of rocks.
Not trying that again.
But still can't get through it.
Ah, that hurt. Not bad. Oh, look at that. In we go.
Please write your name to continue.
There's no switch. Another mirror. Another eye. It's a guest register, like at a hotel. So, what do I write?
Please write your name to continue.
Does it matter what do I write?
How would I erase it?
Oh,
This is a pen, not a pencil.
I actually wanted to write ego, but but I misclicked, so I guess I'm going to be FO, which doesn't even mean anything, but
It's a pen, not a pencil.
You did not write your name.
Hey, it's blank again.
Please write your name to continue.
so I guess Gershom was mentioned?
You are a stranger in this strange land, but you did not write your name.
Am I supposed to write my
Please write your
name?
name.
Literally?
How about that?
This is neither horseshoes nor hand grenades.
I don't get that.
Another eye. Just an ordinary mirror.
So what is my name? I don't
Please
know.
write your name to continue. You did not write your name.
Does it,
Please write your name to continue.
I did write my name once before and it didn't.
It's a pen, not a pencil.
Unless
You did not write your name. Please write your... You did not write your name. Please write your name to continue.
I did that already. Like, if you mean literally, then I did, and it didn't work, because there's a bit
That's
of
it, isn't it? Your name.
what? I did that. I did that already. Like, what are you talking about?
The portal opens, The eye closes. Well, I wasn't planning on going back anyway.
The man who takes the right path will find his cup runs over, while he who goes the other way will, by and by, be left with nothing.
Just smelling it makes my head spin. I can barely even see myself with these pieces missing.
I feel like that's, again, relevant.
It's out of reach. The mirror looked special, but it's just my same old reflection. Same old reflection. Same old reflection. Just smelling it makes my head spin. It's out of reach. It's out of reach. Hello? I know you can talk. Just say something.
Something.
Not worth the effort. Not worth the effort. It's out of reach. Just smelling it makes my head spin. That's not going to help. The liquid's out of reach. Same old reflection. Just smelling it makes my...
I already told you, you need to go the right way to fulfillment.
Well, so technically speaking, being orientated like that, it would be this way? But I did go this way and nothing happened, so...
A ladder? That wasn't there before.
What? Okay, I don't...
The liquid's totally gone.
Like, I'm pretty sure I did go that way already before. And where is the ladder that he mentioned?
A cyclopean eye. I don't want to touch it.
Well, you don't seem to have much of a choice, really. What else is there even to do?
Nothing to fill it with. I don't want to touch it. A cyclopean... It's totally drained. I'm not sure the cicada will be here to catch me if I try. I'm not sure the cicada will be here to catch me if I try.
The right way. Down the other path. You're left with nothing. Are you really still stuck?
Well, I guess that depends on your definition of stuck. Like, I haven't wandered around that long. Let's say no, because I will say yes eventually if I don't figure anything out, but I feel like the game is starting to be kind of condescending towards me, which I do deserve.
No.
Good.
Just smelling it makes my head spin.
Okay, so I'm back at the beginning
Liquid's out of reach.
with the water, so I have to go right here. This takes me to the ladder, and then left. Like, they said something about being left with nothing.
I don't want to touch it. Same old reflection. It's totally drained.
Unless I'm supposed to keep going right. But I seem to be just going in a circle.
I'm not sure the cicada will be here to catch me if I try.
Unless if I keep going left. Ah, the water is rising. I don't know what does it have to do with being filled with nothingness. Like, I guess the operative word is filled in this case, but
Whew, strong stuff. The bottle's full of purple liquid from that pool. The smell of it makes my head spin. It's not a bottle of eye drops. Well, it worked for Alice. Oh. My head feels strange. A cyclopean eye. I don't want to touch it.
again. Where is it?
What the hell?
Quote the raven, huh? All right. Ever heard of the mirror mark test? Eggheads use it to see if an animal really knows itself. You put the thing in front of a mirror, and you put a mark on its forehead. Then you see, does it understand the animal in the mirror is its own reflection? Or does it just get mad and lash out? Everything from God to Corvids have passed it. And yet, here you are.
Hello?
Oh, so you don't like the mirror? Well then, let me give you another mark to work with. Ravens mate for life. Actually, most of us birds are monogamous, which means that thing you humans find so romantic. You're not spotting yourselves in swans and turtle doves. You're admiring the avian in humanity. It's the closest you'll ever get to flying, really. Still lashing out. Only a fool thinks he needs a broken mirror to reflect a broken man.
It's shattered. Hello?
Tora, Ota, Rota, mystic, sacred, mythic, profane. And so the wheel turns on and on.
Hello?
Young eyes see the world for what it is. But from our teachers we learn pareidolia. Our vision warps until we see nothing but distorted versions of ourselves in every stone and socket.
Now, pareidolia is a tendency of the human mind to see, to ascribe meaning to random things and to like see patterns in random sort of gatherings of objects. It is why a lot of things look like a face to us. You know, our mind actually has a tendency to find the shape of a human face in random objects. Like there's a tree that kind of looks like a face, there is a cloud that your mind thinks kind of looks like a face.
And when one sees his sin etched in every inch, he's left with no choice but blindness.
Hello?
Did you think I was full? That I was gone? No. I will hound you until I swallow your world.
Okay, so those mirrors are ruined. But I cannot. I thought he was gathering the pieces of the other mirrors to fill in over here, but clearly he has not. Unless I can still do that.
A little broken glass never hurt anybody, right? It's progress. We're getting there. Almost got it. One more shard.
But where is it? Was it somewhere over there and I didn't notice it? Indeed it was.
Too slow. Always too slow.
So wait, if I travel this way... But is it going to float to the surface? Like, it is glass, I don't think it floats.
It's out of reach. No more. One of the shards sank to the bottom.
So I'm supposed to do the other way, do it the other way around. Drain the water and climb down. It might be stuck in the eye or something. Yeah.
The mirror shard's stuck in that giant eye. A cyclopean eye. There. What is that? There's some sort of energy beam coming from the mirror. Even I know better than to touch that. You know, someone once told me, the man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. But what else am I going to do? I did it! I made it back! My pole star. I have to get her out of there. Don't worry, I'm here. I'll get you out of there. It's not even locked. I'm here. What? What is that? No.
Oh, this is always my favorite part. Like I told you, you always drop the ball at the end.
No.
Don't bother. I'm already inside your head. You know that. I've always been watching. watching you squander and ruin every single good thing in your life. Did you think you could win? Idiot. Take a good look at the setting you made for our little escapade.
In your heart, you knew this was a carnival game.
You knew life was a carnival game. Rigged from start to finish. It was never a matter of winning. Just a question of how much you would lose before you realized it was time to quit. Well, ready to quit yet?
Okay, can't go back. Seemingly I also can't go back up, so...
Not done yet? Aren't you sick of running? Your whole life. Running from that dark thing always just behind you, like a black dog. Hungry, angry, relentless. And you fed it, didn't you? Let it grow big enough to swallow the sun, didn't you? And now there's nowhere left to run.
I guess I'm nowhere. They're too heavy to lift. More rocks. The path is gone. I guess I'm nowhere.
That's the thing with shadows. You can never escape them, unless you go into utter darkness. But you failed even at that.
The claws.
You're too worthless to even quit while you're behind, let alone to win. You really thought you could save her from that dark crab that had her in its clutches. After all, a man is meant to be the hero of his own adventure. But not you. You are just a husk. A rat.
As good a tree to die on as any. The noose is tied around my neck.
You, of all people, should know the playwright's truth. Death is never a tragedy. Death is where a tragedy ends. With nothing but masks and metaphors, excuses and equivocations, and a woman always just out of reach.
Now there's nothing below. There are the tracks leading to the cage, leading to her. It's too far to jump. I don't want to cut them. I've fallen enough.
What do we make of a man who plays a deadly game, but only when the rules say he can't die? You're worse than a pawn. A sacrifice can't save your queen. And even if you reach the end of the board, She's not coming back. And it's all your fault.
I seem to be going in circles here. Like, does the game expect me to kill myself? Because
I can't reach them. That's not going to work.
Unless I have to gather the rope from the noose? If I get back there again? And then make a grappling hook.
I've fallen enough. They're too heavy to lift. I guess I'm nowhere. An ugly steel dagger. Iron claws.
Liar. Idiot.
This is starting to feel like...
Deja vu, but not quite. Now, you're going to think I'm telling you about jamais vu for the first time. No matter how often we've already had this conversation. It's when you've heard something before, been somewhere before, met someone before, and yet it feels completely unfamiliar. If a man writes death 1,000 times, he starts to wonder, is that even a word? But it is. Oh, how it is.
Okay, so now I have to circle
Now we're
through
getting somewhere.
the deaths to get back to the top of the...
No. You're on a journey to nowhere, and you're wearing yourself to nothing.
to the top of the rails to glide back to the cage. And it just so happens I'm already there.
Do you really think you can escape me?
I've got you.
I did it. I made it. But the dark thing... it's right behind me.
There is no dark thing, you liar. These symbols are evasions. Crows, crabs, clowns. This grab bag of myths and masks and make-believe. It's all an evasion. She's dead. Do you understand? You can't talk your way out of that. You can't cut your way out of that. You can't imagine your way out of that. This figment, this fragment. Savor all you want, or don't. It doesn't matter. She's a fake, and you're a fraud. You already failed. You didn't save her. You can't. She's dead. This whole carnival is a lie. A funhouse mirror. Because you're too ashamed to look in a real mirror and see who you really are. You know I'm right. The only thing in your whole damned adventure that's ever been true is what I've been saying. I am your mirror.
Well, the resignation does not seem to be a productive choice, so let's try arguing with my dark reflection.
He's lying.
He's telling you facts. But what a mirror can show is a dim reflection at best. Our lives, ourselves, they're more than just facts. They're truths. And all those symbols let us see the world's truths through the eyes of another. As a lover's eyes show us our own bright selves. You saw me, and I have never stopped seeing you, my love.
But are you dead?
Yes, dead, not gone. I'm here, aren't I?
And that shadow of me, he's here too.
If there's a shadow in your mind, it's because there's a light in your mind to cast it. You thought I was the light, but it was always inside you. I saw it. The whole world is full of lights, shining in the darkness, like the sky is full of stars, and the field is filled with fireflies. You thought I caught you as you fell through darkness, but you were the light I saw. We caught each other. In here, out there, our light is still shining. And now, once more, you need to spread your wings and fly toward that light.
But the wings were wrecked when I crashed.
Those were a crutch. You have what you need, my love.
He has nothing, and he will fly nowhere. Beyond this gloom in which you're hiding, there's just reality, as hard and sharp as a knife. Out there is what you're running from. Your black dog, your dark thing, your shadow. We are the reflection of a life you can't look in the face.
Don't look it in the face, my love. Look it in the eyes. And soar.
It's watching, waiting. I never thought I'd see her again.
It's time.
You know how this ends.
Warm and bright.
So she gave it to me. Am I supposed to use it on myself? Like, I could try attacking the dark thing, I mean the shadow, but it seems like such a simplistic response, and this is obviously important. This obviously represents something important, so let's try using that.
Goodbye, my love.
Okay, I will let the credits play, and I will talk more about the game, but before I do, I'll skip them now and try to reload like an autosave or something, and check the different endings. Like I'll try attacking the dark thing, or giving it the orb, or giving her the orb. Like I'll try different things just because to be honest, I'll elaborate upon that soon-ish. But I don't really understand this game. Okay, there's still some achievements locked. I don't care that much about achievements, although that seems to signify I have not exhausted all of the options that this game gives me. So where did it autosave? Pretty close to the end, I think. Let's load. Yeah, so what if I give the orb to her?
This was never about saving me, my love.
Yeah, because she's already dead. What about you?
I'd rather hold on to it.
Okay, maybe I can stab it.
Really? Are you faster than thought? Stronger than shame? Even on your best days, you couldn't rid yourself of me. And now? Well, if this is the end you want, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Shall we?
Yeah, let's duke it out.
Yes, we shall.
Man goes to the shrink, throws himself down on the couch. Doc, he says, I got this horrible thought stuck in my head, and it just won't go away. Shrink says, that's not a thought, you idiot. It's a 5-foot spike of darkness. Man says, okay, but how can I get rid of it? Shrink says, well, I wouldn't suggest the knife.
Okay, apparently whatever it represented, which my money is on like depression or something, I didn't win. So there is that. Let's try again with... because I can still kill myself, I think. I'll try. Although, functionally speaking, wouldn't that be the same? Like, I assume my shadow killing me represents me taking my own life. Anyway. But let's try.
You couldn't cut yourself free from your sorrows out there. Do you really think you'll do any better in here?
Well, no, but I want to see it for the ending.
I can't do any worse, can I?
Man goes to see his shrink and says, Doc, I'm depressed. Doc says, that's easy. Go see the great clown Grimaldi. The show's in town tonight. Man says, but Doc, my wife just died. Doc says, geez, I sure hope she wasn't Grimaldi.
You wonder if I can jump?
It's a long way down. I can't even see the bottom.
Well, first of all, let's just for shits and giggles, let's see if I can stab her.
Never.
Even though she's dead and my wife.
Wait! My love! I don't think there's any coming back from that fall.
Well,
Goodbye, my love.
Stop me if you've heard this one before. Guy wakes up at a crazy carnival with a killer headache. Whole place feels strangely familiar, like deja vu all over again. He sees a clown head in the distance and starts walking down to it. Says to himself, well, I sure could use a laugh.
okay, I think that's all of the options. Like, I can't think of doing anything else. But, okay, so I liked the game. I think there is a lot of thought behind it. There's a lot of references, not all of which I got. But I have to admit, if I were to be 100% honest, I have to admit I don't totally get this game. Like, there is a whole lot that's missing in my understanding of the story of this game. Because I get that the protagonist's wife most likely had cancer or some kind of other terminal disease, and she died, and he has been depressed over that. But that's pretty much the end of my recognition of the story of this game, because I don't know why does he feel guilty about it. Is it because he killed her? Is it because he helped euthanize her? Or is it just because he thought he should have saved her and he couldn't? And also there is this there's a lot of mentions of mythology and religion and stuff, and I don't know how they all fit together. So, like, this game might be a little bit too deep for me. Actually, like, the metaphor might be a little too convoluted for me to get it, because I only got, as I said, the very bare bones of the main sort of idea behind the story, but not the story itself. And I feel kind of bad about it. Like, I feel like I am too stupid to realize what the developers had in mind. But luckily for me, this game actually includes a developer's commentary option, so I'm seriously considering playing the game again with the developer commentary on, so that the developers themselves can explain to me what they meant, because I would appreciate that. I think there is a lot of thought behind this game, it seems so at least, so I would welcome if the developers took the time to, guide me through it, because I didn't get it. Like, I am ashamed to admit that, but that is the truth. Like, I didn't get this game in its entirety. I only get a very small fragment of it. So I did like it. I think it was cool. The aesthetics were definitely cool, and the whole art design. And there seems to be thought behind the story, but I don't entirely get it, so it's difficult for me to judge. There is, as I said, an option for the developer's commentary right here, annotation mode. The on-screen references explain quotations, allusions, foreshadowings, and callbacks in the dialogue as they arise. Many include some spoilers and may not be may best be saved for a second playthrough. Yeah, sure. And commentary mode will spoil some of the game mysteries and plot, and we recommend not turning it on for your first playthrough. Do you want to turn it on? Sure. I really think I will play this again with the developer's commentary. If you want to watch, that's cool, and if not, I guess that's all for Strangeland for now. It was cool, but I didn't get it, so it's difficult for me to judge. Like, I feel I'm a little bit too stupid for this game, so I do want to view the developer's commentary just for them to explain to me what is it that they meant, which I feel like it defeats the point a little bit, but oh well. you know, they can't exactly be blamed for me being an idiot. I did like it nonetheless. I feel there is worth in it. I just can't get all of it. But that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.